Hey, brothers, Kyle, Gavin. Um, so, I realized that we're almost halfway. We're more than halfway through January, and I haven't said happy 2015 yet. Welcome to the future. I figured that I needed to move this up and not back off and do this later, because there's sort of a weirdness that comes with talking about like annual things if you don't do it in January or December. So I figured I would talk about our theme for the year between, well, the Chicago Hansons. So instead of doing resolutions every year, we do a theme that we try to keep in mind for the year, that we try to use as like a touchstone to go back to. We sort of agree like that's what we're pushing for in that year. And we thought we were going to keep really good tabs on these and be able to like look back through like all of our marriage and be able to think of like, oh, that's the year where our theme was whatever. We're now 5.5 years married, and we think we just figured out what they all were. So it's coming along swimmingly. So we're pretty sure we started off with love being the theme. Either we started with that the theme as when we were engaged, which was January of 2009, or we started that the next year, which was our first like New Year's as a married couple. So, I mean, love. It's an easy one. We kind of went easy, I guess, the first time. So we think the next one was growing, and if that was 2011, we know that we got sidetracked by from whatever our theme was, because that was the year of the car accident. But I'm pretty sure that me applying for my master's program was part of whatever our theme was. We think the next year the theme was the big picture. I'm trying to keep the big picture in mind rather than being focused on the sort of day-to-day details. Raina's note is that we went to Alaska and we saw large things there. Her note doesn't say large things, just Alaska. It may have ended up being the theme for my master's thesis involuntarily, sort of this sort of idea of, rather than like the close reading you learn in English classes in high school and college, of like looking really closely at like why this word, or why does this, like when there's this other potential synonym, what does it mean that they chose this one? But there's distant reading now, which looks at like mapping all of the books written in England in the 1800s and see if you can find any patterns from that sort of way zoomed out view. So maybe that would be kind of related to my thesis, so maybe that was inspirational. Maybe that's where I got the idea from for the annual theme. I don't know. 2013 was finished strong. We're pretty sure on that. That's when I finished my work on the master's, so that went well. 2014 was take the next step, and we took a lot of steps in 2014. Big one's this house. This house is a big step. But there's lots of other little things. And 2015, we're going to go with something like appreciating the journey. Sort of like as we've sort of rushed forward in this last year, maybe this one's more of a more calmly appreciating where we are kind of thing. Still moving forward, but not as much in that sort of rushing forward idea. Anyway, that's our themes. Yes. So, I'd like to know what you guys think about that, about those particular themes, about themes in general versus resolutions. If you have any resolutions or themes for yourself. And Gavin, I will call you on Saturday morning, so expect that. Be intelligible on the phone on the morning of a Saturday during your college years. Good luck. Hi, Kyle. Almost happy birthday. Alright. Oh, where'd I put it? All that work and I don't know where I put the list. Oh, it's right here. Oh.